Hey guys, it's Barrett with the Camping Camper. So I just wanted to make a video just real quick today showing you an RV repair that we did a few months ago. I noticed a little while back that the storage shelf in my pass-through just seemed a little bit loose and floppy. Now this area is where I keep my toolboxes and stuff, so there is a little bit of weight on there, and I was kind of worried that it's going to just tear loose. But you know, while it was loose, I still felt it was fairly secure and that it would last a little while. But on inspection, I noticed that the wood that actually forms the bottom of that shelf on the bottom of the camper, it had came loose in the fasteners and came out of that area. So today I thought I'd try to show you the fix that I made up for this. And my plan was actually to use a bottle jack and a piece of wood just to apply upward pressure. That way it would push that wood back up on that lip up to where it goes. And then I would put some screws in there, and that would just be a much better option than the nails or whatever they use to start with. I did use 3-inch deck screws so that they're more weather resistant, and I placed the bottle jack under the area, and I found to use 2x4 in order just to place between the camper and the jack there to take up some of that room. You can't actually see where the joint was spaced out because it's kind of up in this little crack, but I'm telling you, you could fit my entire finger up through there between the boards. You couldn't see it on the front side. You could tell it was loose, but you couldn't see it because of the carpet as well. You can see the movement in there just from the jacking the shelf up, and so you can see that it did force that together a lot better. Once I got that up where that gap was closed, I did go along there and I added those 3-inch deck screws all along the end there. I did have it slip out once or twice because they're 3 inches long and that's only 3/4 inch material, and so it's kind of hard to get those where they were exactly straight. Most of them that came out did come out on the back surface because I was kind of aiming it a little bit more that way. I did have one come out through the carpet that I had to back out and redrive another direction though. But I want to say that this worked out really well. Also right there in that area, the skirting was a little bit loose. And so I want to use this time to say, you know, sometimes you can just think of things that fix your situation, that, you know, instead of going to like a Camping World, an RV park, and trying to find, you know, the exact piece of aluminum that they use, walk around the store, like just the hardware store, try to find you some aluminum. I was actually, you know, had one thing in mind, and then by the time I got done, I thought, nah, this right here is what I want to use. And so that worked out really good. It wasn't expensive, and that held the aluminum on there really good. And you can use just screws into the aluminum, or you can use some rivets. I really prefer rivets. I did actually add some rivets into my fender wells whenever they started coming apart a little bit at the aluminum. I got some black rivets and they seem to work really good, and they've not come loose like the screws have. You know, I'll say the hardest part about this whole fix was just getting those screws to go in halfway straight so they didn't come out the side of the board. I did already also have the 3-inch screws, or I probably would have used like 2-inch or 2.5-inch screws. But you know, I did this at my dad's house, and then after I got done, I did go over it with some black spray paint because some of that wood was chipped and stuff before, and that way it just kind of gave that a little bit of weather resistance and a little bit of sealing where the black spray paint was as well, and gave it a little weather protection. But you know, like I said, this is just a quick video. It's just showing you what I did in this particular instance. So you might want to think about that if you're starting to have some movement in your under storage areas. Just something to look at to try. But thanks guys for following us, and be sure to follow us on the rest of our adventures.
Do not forget to hit that subscribe button.